called into question after a deadly stabbing on the light rail overnight. Plus, 2 men are behind bars as we speak after another man was found dead in a Burke County home. And so many of you came out to clear the shelters. Ahead, more on the smiles from many of you finding a new forever friend.
News that impacts you. You're watching WCNC Charlotte News at 6.
We start with breaking news tonight at 6 o'clock. 6 people were hurt in a crash on East Independence Boulevard. Thank you so much for joining us on WCNC Plus. I'm Siobhan Riley. According to Medic, the crash happened near Sam Newell Road in Matthews. They say 2 people are fighting serious injuries as we speak. 3 people were rushed to the hospital. At this hour, the road is clear and traffic is flowing smoothly. No word yet on what caused that crash. Also within the last hour, Medic confirming 1 person was killed in a motorcycle crash just north of Uptown. It happened on North Graham Street at Morris Avenue. No word yet on what caused that crash. And tonight, 2 separate violent incidents linked to Charlotte's public transit are under investigation. One assault happened on a CATS bus and a deadly stabbing just days later near a light rail stop in South End. WCNC Charlotte's Anna King joins us live right now from the CATS Transportation Center with what we know.
Yeah, right now what we know is the first incident on that CATS bus happened earlier this week. That's according to Pineville Police. Now, an assault was originally said to have happened at a CATS bus stop off Park Road near NC 51 in Pineville. Police later determined the attack actually happened on a CATS bus in South Charlotte. Pineville officers held the scene until CMPD arrived and took over the investigation. Now, just days later, another act of violence connected to public transit. Friday night, officers responded to Camden Road in South End after reports of an assault with a deadly weapon. There, they found a 23-year-old with stab wounds who was pronounced dead at the scene. Detectives identified 34-year-old DeCarlios Brown as the suspect. He is charged with first-degree murder and will be arrested once he's released from the hospital.
Right now, we don't know the exact sequence of events that led up to this incident. Whether it was a dispute, an argument, some other kind of altercation that started before, and that's all part of the ongoing investigation, trying to determine how we got here.
And tonight, officers are just urging transit riders to be safe, be alert, and they're asking that anyone with information on these 2 incidents contact them. For now, here live in Uptown, Anna King, WCNC Charlotte.
Thank you for that update, Anna. And developing now, we are working to bring you more details in an early morning shooting in Plaza Midwood. Medic says 1 person was shot on Central Avenue near Morningside Drive. Right now, they are fighting life-threatening injuries. CMPD hasn't released further details. And right now, Gaston County Police are investigating a shooting that left 1 person dead and another person hurt. It happened last night near Gobble Street and Huffman Road. Police say the second victim is expected to recover. No word yet on if any suspect is in custody. And as we speak, 2 suspects are behind bars charged in a Burke County murder. Investigators say they responded to Highway 126 yesterday and found a man's body. Chad Jarrett and Donovan Purcell were arrested and charged with second-degree murder. Both are being held without bond. And tonight we are learning the Chester County Sheriff's Department is working with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Sheriff Max Dorsey told WCNC Charlotte the 2 agencies are working on a task force that's expected to start soon. Right now, no deputies are trained in immigration enforcement. And time now for a look at your weather forecast. Brad, will this nice weather stick around for the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, it's actually going to get better tomorrow. Maybe a little warmer than today, but we're certainly going to be seeing some more sunshine. It took us a while for some of us to see breaks in the clouds, and let's be honest, the clouds are still hanging tough in many locations across the area on our Mr. Sparky camera network. We even have a few showers out there in parts of the area. Really light rain kind of shifting off to the south and east. This is barely reaching the ground, but you are going to see some raindrops, especially in parts of Lancaster County, Chester County, into Union County. Once that moves out overnight, I do expect the skies will clear. Temperatures, again, in the 70s, very pleasant for this time of year. Dew points in the low to mid 60s, so it actually feels pretty comfortable out there. And because of that dry air, we should see a comfortable start to the day with temperatures in the 60s. Tomorrow, with more sunshine, we will climb back up into the mid and maybe the upper 80s. Now, there will be a small chance of showers and storms tomorrow. That's with a cold front. That's going to bring some dramatically cooler and drier weather. I'll break down those impacts coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Brad. And right now, Highway 12 on Hatteras Island is reopening in stages. Just hours ago, people living on the island and workers were able to access the highway that was closed by Hurricane Erin. Tomorrow morning, visitors will be able to travel that highway. And North Carolina DMV customers are bracing for longer wait times as locations are reverting back to limited hours. Today was the last day the department offered weekend hours for walk-ins. The service was available at more than 80 locations in an effort to cut down on wait times. And North Carolina bar owners who sued the state over COVID lockdowns can take their case to trial. The state Supreme Court made the ruling yesterday. The court ruled that whenever emergency orders stop people or businesses from making money, that could be a violation of their constitutional rights. And this morning, Black men in our community got to have a lot of fun and get critical health screenings for free. Friendship Baptist Church hosted its Black Men's Wellness Day. It's part of a national movement aimed at closing the care gap for Black men and promoting holistic wellness for families.
We cannot forget the most important reason why we're here today. That is to get our Black men screened so they know their numbers, because we want them to get checked out, not checked in, okay? This will absolutely be the most fun you will ever have at a doctor's visit.
Wow, looks like a great event. And in addition to the screenings, there was also a 5K run. And today, so many of you came out to help clear the shelters. WCNC Charlotte teamed up with Charlotte Mecklenburg Animal Care and Control to help find pets a new home. Many of you watched live coverage of the event on WCNC Plus. Adoption fees were waived for people and folks. They found a new furry friend. But if you're not ready to adopt right now, you can still make a difference.
You can keep the dog for up to 5 days, give him a break from the shelter, or even a daycation. Every little bit helps.
And if you couldn't make it to today's event, we have details on how you can adopt a foster a pet inside the WCNC Charlotte News app. And thank you so much for joining us for the news at 6 o'clock. We will see you back here at 11.